What's good, YouTube? This video is about 8 ways to tell if a guy is starting to care for you. To this day, the most common question I get is how to tell if a guy likes you. The more women I meet, the more forms that this question takes. This video is about people in the dating and courtship stage specifically. The space where mutual interest is established, but a commitment isn't. So right now I'd like to go over some of the signs that a man is developing significant feelings for a woman. Number 1, he starts trying to solve your problems. When a guy starts feeling like you're the one for him, his masculine nature to provide might become more pronounced. Many men will try to quote unquote take care of a woman as if they have a responsibility to do so, even if it's not clear where he stands with her. Providing can be a tricky thing to accomplish when you're not officially in a relationship though. The manifestation of this instinct can't be fully realized until the relationship has gotten a little further along. Because of this, they may try to handle things that at this point in the relationship should still be none of their concern. They may pry for financial information to make sure that you don't have any money problems they can solve, or manually tasks around the house that you have been putting off. They may ask you if you have automotive issues, or if you don't have a car at all, he'll volunteer to be your personal taxi. Oh, and on that note, if any man does drive you around but requires gas money, he doesn't like you. Y'all are just friends. Guys exhaust precious resources for free when they want to be your man. When a man is starting to care for you, his actions become like an audition to fill the masculine roles in your life. His money and favors are like him screaming, "Pick me, I have everything that you need." A lot of men start tricking off at this stage to no avail. Or something may happen and he'll be like, "Why didn't you call me? Why didn't you ask me?" And that's because he doesn't want any other man to have the opportunity to be there for you. Moving on. Number 2, he wants to impress your family. He may brown nose or ass kiss your mom, or go into a type of child mode to be seen as harmless and sweet. He may try to impress your dad by displaying an unnatural level of honor and respect for tradition. He may try to get cool with your brothers or act extra smooth around your friends. That's because he wants people on his side in your ear talking about how great he is. And guys know that this strategy works quite often, so they'll pour it on pretty thick for the people you love. Moving on, the third sign that a guy is starting to care for you is his friends and family may start to follow you on social media. Now this one doesn't happen as often, but does happen quite normally for some people. Nothing official has happened, but the expectations are being set. All of a sudden, his friends and family start following you and sending you friend requests on social media. People you have no connection to but are connected to him start to contact you randomly. It's no coincidence. It's because he's talking about you to them. They have picked up on your importance to him and may want to form their own opinions of you, or assist in developing positive energy between you and his loved ones. When this happens, just know that you are either being investigated by them or accepted by them. So if his mom follows you at this point, it may be time to start liking her pictures and leaving sweet comments. Moving on, number 5. He gets more protective of you. I don't care if you've been single for the last 10 years, and he knows that for the last 10 years you've liked to go shopping at night. You've been living alone and protecting yourself just fine without him. All of a sudden, he may try to establish authority over your safety regimen. He may not want you going anywhere by yourself or traveling alone at night. He may even start to favor a friend of yours that he thinks can protect you, or he gives credit for being more vigilant than you are. He'll love any friend that keeps tabs on you and makes sure you're safe. He may even start to dislike any promiscuous friends you have, seemingly out of nowhere for no good reason. But there is a reason. He may not want you being influenced by her, and he may not know you well enough to know if you change around her, especially when guys are around. He may also believe that promiscuity attracts all types of men, including predatory, dangerous types of men. He needs you to be safe because at this point, if someone hurt you, they would be hurting him. Number 6, he gets territorial over you. He starts asking boyfriend questions like where you at, where you going, and where you been. Who you gonna be there with? Why is that guy staring? Do you know him? He may start to seem curious or even jealous of other male relationships that you had built before you even met him. And he most definitely will feel particularly irritated at any acquaintances that he feels happened after he entered your life. He may start to have more obvious reactions to the idea that other guys may be around when he's not. He may even dig for that information. He'll be like, "Oh, you with the girls? Girls night out, huh? Who all there? Now, let me guess. Callie, Krista, Karen, Carla, and Kiki?" You be like, "Mm-hmm." He be like, "Just the six of y'all, huh? Ain't nobody invite nobody?" You be like, "Damn, what'd I just say?" "No." He be like, "Oh, I'm just making sure that you're safe." Say all that to say, a man who keeps tabs on you wants and cares for you. Moving on. Number 7. He tries to organize himself into your time. He may flat out just start inviting himself into events and activities involving you, or start to act like he expects an invitation to everything that goes on in your life. And this is because most people expect that as a couple, you do everything together. So, in wanting to be a couple, he'll start to measure how much you include him in the mundane and routine tasks of your life. Running errands and grocery shopping can now be seen as opportunities to build your relationship, not just that time that you're too busy to talk to him. So you should probably be ready for a ride along. So with that said, moving on, last but not least, the 8th sign that a man is starting to care for you is he gets more flirtatious with you around other men. One of a guy's worst fears in the getting to know you stage is another guy coming down and swooping in on the woman that he's starting to have feelings for. It happens when a guy is starting to care about a girl and she's moving forward with it but isn't as excited or as interested in the relationship as he is. She's still on the fence. Out of nowhere, some exciting guy with some game meets her. And just like that, the first guy is in the friend zone. Or he's getting that speech about how you're a nice guy. It's me, it's not you. Because of this fear and the fragility of new relationships, when other guys come around, a guy who's normally more composed might play you a lot closer. He could even get touchy-feely or try to hold your hand when it's not something he normally does. One of the most rare occasions when a guy is too distracted to notice other beautiful women is when he's noticed that the men in the room have potentially noticed you. Even though you hopefully wouldn't talk to any guys in front of him, obviously, he's hoping that no guy ever tries to make an impression on you that could leave him alone. This behavior is also about conflict avoidance. The threat of violence is ever present for most men. If a guy tries to talk to you while your man is with you or the man you're dating is with you, things can get ugly quick. That's because the types of guys that try to talk to women while they're with other men are generally aggressive, disrespectful assholes. The type of guys that we have to fight. To prevent that, the guy you're dating may swarm your personal space or act more sexually aggressive with you as a signal to the other guys around that you're his. This is to prevent disrespect before it takes place and he's forced to say something or do something about it. A lot of times men do this when they sense danger in the men around them. So think very carefully about the body language that you project to the other men in the room if you notice your guy doing this. Just like women have instincts, men do too. But we sense danger, not if someone is cheating or not. Anyway, I think I've said enough. Follow me on Instagram at KevHick24. Support the channel if you want at patreon.com/KevHick. To talk to me on the phone about your dating or relationship issues, write me at talkwithkevhick@gmail.com. I'll get with y'all later.